I'm Bill Morris with Habitat Magazine, and with me now is Vanessa Singh, a professional engineer. And in your work, Vanessa, you're well aware of the fact that all but essential emergency construction projects have been shut down in the city. Have you had any experience with a job that was deemed essential and allowed to move forward?
Yes, actually, we have one project in Midtown on the east side that was deemed essential because their FIS report was filed as unsafe. And we were able to get a waiver from the city to continue work.
What was the job? Was it facade work? What kind of work was it?
So it was a combination of facade and roofing, including roof abatement. It was originally an asbestos roof. So in order to replace that roof, we needed to abate it first.
I see. So you got the approval, you got the waiver. I assume the job is moving forward.
You'd think so, but actually no. The building, after going through all the hoops of getting approval, decided not to proceed.
The condo board decided not to proceed. Why is that?
Correct, the condo board. There were many issues, but the main issue was they didn't feel that the risk to the residents was worth having the workers come into the building every day, using the service elevator, going into some common spaces in order to access the roof.
How big was the crew? Is it a dozen people, or?
It actually was a very small crew. It was about 6 people. However, due to the logistics, they would have to go into the basement one by one and up the elevator one at a time. So you can imagine that that's a very long process. Furthermore, they had to wear full PPE whenever they were traveling within the building. And then the resident manager would have to wipe down any surfaces that they touched on their way up. And when they would need to go downstairs for lunch, this long process would have to be repeated. And again, at the end of the day. So you can imagine logistically, it was a bit of a nightmare. And secondly, there were no guarantees that the crew would be able to perform their work with the 6-foot distancing requirements by the DOB. Unfortunately, construction is just one of those things where it's not a one-man effort. Sometimes you need 2 people to do certain tasks, and it's unrealistic to really say you must keep 6 feet apart at all times.
So these workers are going to be brushing up against each other. Now, the condo board obviously was less worried about getting the work done than about protecting the safety of residents and maybe even the crew. Do you think they made the right call?
I think, an abundance of caution is a good thing in these times. And I think they made the right call, not only for their residents, but also for the contractors, because, had they given the contractor the go-ahead, they would be forced to show up every day, whether they felt safe to do so or not.
So in these scary times, I guess maybe it's better to err on the side of caution, eh?
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for joining us, Vanessa Singh. Appreciate the thoughts, and good luck with the job, okay?
My pleasure. Thank you.